potting soil here moist before we stick it in our seed containers.
So that's mostly what you should do.
You're gonna stir it.
This is what we're using. It's called seed starting mix.
You can buy any brand. We're not advertising or nothing. This is what our local store has, is this brand. Kind of rake it in there. Can you rake it in? There you go.
So we bought these seed starting pots. You can buy those once again at any store, any brand. This is just the kind that we bought.
Here, David, pat that down. One thing I do kind of want to point out what we're using to start our seeds on. These are actually biodegradable, so you can actually, when you get ready to plant, you can cut this square out and plant this container and all in the ground, and the roots will just grow through it, and it'll all eventually rot away, versus the plastic ones. Now the plastic ones do a good job too, so it doesn't really matter what you use. We just choose to use this because it makes it easier at plant time.
Just set it right there. Evan. Now it's time for our other one. Evan, start patting down. Evan. Evan, start patting down.
You gotta make sure and fill these up and pack them down, because you gotta have good seed to soil contact for it to germinate well. So you want to make sure you got it is packed in good.
Once we pack the seed starter pots full,
Pack them down.
this is what they look like. They're full, and then we're going to put them in these plastic containers.
These plastic containers are so we can pour water in the bottom here, and it holds water, and then your plants will draw it from the roots up.
And then you can cover them with this plastic lid, and it basically makes a greenhouse out of this container right here. If you don't have a greenhouse at home, you could sit these on your back porch and it would serve the same purpose.
The seed starting mix is kind of expensive, so that's why we have this container. That way we're not losing this on the ground. We can scoop this back out and reuse it, so that might be something to keep in mind. Help me. Oh, it's heavy.
Good job.
I'm gonna need all
So
of it.
these are now ready to place seeds in. So we will do that in just a minute.
We're doing this next to our bottle cast, if you can't tell. How many seed starts are in each one of them? Is it 10?
5. Oh, in here?
Yeah.
There's 10. So in a black tray there is 50 of these seed starts. Where did you buy these black trays at, Chad?
I think they come from our local farm store, but
You can get them at any
anywhere.
farm store,
Home
Walmart,
Depot,
Home Depot,
any of
Menards.
its places.
Is that all?
You can even order them online.
What's all over your hands?
Nice potting soil.
Cotton soil.
Man, you do such good work. Good job. Look how pretty that is you done. Look at that one.
Can you show them how pretty it is?
Show that camera.
Show that camera right
Hold
there.
it up there. So look
Show
at
them how
this.
pretty it is. Perfect.
Man.
You did perfect. Okay, here's your last one.
One more.
Dad, does the worms help the soil grow plants?
Yeah, worms help decompose stuff, loosen up the soil. They're really good for the soil. You want as many worms in the garden as you can get.
All I can say is Dad loves squash.
That part's true. If you don't have squash or zucchini in your garden, you're missing out. Right, Weston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really like squash and zucchini.
You don't really like anything.
I don't like vegetables. You got to eat your vegetables. Even though I don't like vegetables.
Sorry to say, you're the wrong one to be telling people that.
Make sure to like the video and subscribe the video.
So we got some of our seeds from, once again, a local store. You can order seeds from Gurney's. What are some other?
Parker. There's,
Parker. You can order seeds from a lot of different places.
Buku's now.
Oh, get down here. Get down here.
If you got heirloom plants, which go into that one day, heirloom basically they're not hybrids, so if you save the seeds you can replant them every year. And we do some of that, mainly with our okra. But like your Cherokee purple tomato, it's an heirloom, so you can save its seeds. All right, now, like these plants that we bought in packages, just about every package of seeds will have it on the back on what they need, how deep you plant, all that. What time of year you set them out. Basically everything in the garden's got to be growing when you don't have any more chances of frost, like a killing frost.
Stay there. How much worms are going to be in our soil, Dad?
Bunch.
There's a lot.
What do you got? You ready to plant?
Yep. And let's plant the yellow one first.
Scoot over, Weston.
Let's plant those.
So you're planting yellow squash.
Pick and pick. It's called summer squash.
Another thing I like to do when I'm starting seeds is try to keep you a pattern, and I never cover the seeds up till the whole tray's done, or else you will forget what you planted, where you did plant, where you didn't plant. So if you leave it all open like this, you'll be able to tell where you planted and where you didn't.
So, get one at a time.
Now we usually just put one seed in here. A lot of people will put 2 or 3 in here, and then when they germinate, they'll pull the weaker looking plants and leave the main good plant, which is all right to do. What we do is we just start these, and then what don't come up, we come back and replant.
So this is our broccoli and cabbage. We started it a few weeks ago. So it has started sprouting already. And then we have our other seed starters in here as well. So what we've done is we've just kind of put the seeds next to the containers, where that way we know kind of what's in that container. So there's our cucumbers, and then over here we have our peppers, and then our tomatoes. So Chad's gonna lift this up and kind of show you. He's just putting water in the bottom of the container. About how full do you fill it?
I just get enough to where it's kind of even enough on the bottom. And we just keep an eye on it. It'll soak more water up at first because the containers and stuff will absorb water. One thing I do recommend is, like, we fill these jugs up with water so they get the greenhouse temperature in there. So when we do water these later, it's not giving them ice cold well water, we're giving them basically 70-degree water.
Evan, you helping Uncle Chad?
Fill them up.
Our little helper, Evan. Wave to the camera. Say bye. Say see you next time.